It all happened on January 30th, 2017, when a disturbing 911 call came into the New Mexico police from an unlikely witness, a man in Nevada. He claimed to have seen something terrifying, a woman being forced out of her Las Vegas apartment by a man and shoved into a white van with Texas plates. Less than 24 hours later, police had tracked down the van and arrested the two men inside.
Passenger!
Once the suspects were out of the vehicle, the cops approached the white van. But what they found in the back of that vehicle was far more disturbing than they ever imagined.
Yeah. Put a camera on this thing. Got a camera. You need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
Okay.
Is that it? Rolling?
I got rolling.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
Inside the van, chained to the floorboards, was a woman named Jane. She had been abducted from her home by her ex-boyfriend, Jack. The terror in her eyes was unmistakable, but her story, that was even more chilling. Jane told the officers that Jack had broken into her apartment, overpowering her despite her desperate attempts to fight him off. It was thanks to an alert neighbor who saw the struggle and called the police that she was saved in time. But the nightmare didn't end there. As Jack sat calmly in the back of the police car, he didn't seem worried or remorseful. In fact, he casually asked the officer if he had a favorite hymn before eerily beginning to sing Amazing Grace as they drove him to jail.
You got a favorite hymn?
What's that?
You got a favorite hymn?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know. I've never been into them. What about you?
What about Amazing Grace? You like that one?
I'll take it.
Amazing Grace, how sweet.
And Jack wasn't alone in this twisted plot. His accomplice, 19-year-old Samuel Brown, sat in the other police car. Unlike Jack, Samuel was visibly shaken. He asked the officer if they could talk, admitting he was terrified of what was happening.
Is it okay to talk? Is it okay to talk? Yeah. Anything. I'm just kind of scared, and Okay. What are the police gonna ask me?
As the investigation unfolded, the police discovered something even more terrifying. Jack and Samuel had planned to take Jane to a cave Jack had dug into a hillside in New Mexico, a place they intended to use to brainwash her into marrying one of them. Can you imagine? If that 911 call hadn't been made, Jane's fate could have been horrifyingly different. In the end, Jack was sentenced to life in prison for the abduction, while Samuel received just over 5 years. But even though justice was served, it's hard to shake the thought of what might have happened if the police hadn't found that van. The video involves a chilling Facebook post made by a user named Jose de Jesus. In the post, he simply wrote, "I just got this image and video. Very scary." Attached were 2 photos and 3 video clips, all relating to a high-speed street race that took place at night on the N1 freeway in Cape Town, South Africa. Curious for more context, I looked into the incident. What I found was deeply unsettling. The footage, captured by bystanders standing on an overpass, shows the race unfolding at breakneck speeds. And then, one of the cars loses control.
Hey, susiyan ni may broer man. Yo. Is that a fucking beam?
Ja, is hij M3?
The video captures the horrifying moment the car swerves violently and crashes directly into the median at full force. It's not just the crash that's disturbing, it's the speed. According to the image attached in Jose's post, the car was traveling at nearly 192 miles per hour, or 312 kilometers per hour. At that velocity, even a minor mistake becomes catastrophic. But things only get worse. One of the videos shows footage taken from inside the car, recorded by the passenger during the race.
And again. I still have to be.
Watching it puts everything into perspective. The reckless speed, the lack of caution. It's terrifying. And then the camera cuts out, violently, just before the crash. But the most disturbing part of Jose's post? The final video. This one is not something I'm going to show uncensored. In it, you hear the agonizing cries of the driver, still alive, as doctors work frantically to keep him stable. A censored version exists, and even that is difficult to watch. From what I was able to glimpse, part of the car's door frame was embedded in his skull. And somehow, he survived. He remains in critical condition, but alive. A miracle, considering the severity of his injuries. On the evening of September 30th, 2021, panic gripped the quiet Flamingo Lake neighborhood in Montgomery, Texas. 3 children, 2 aged 6, 1 aged 7, had gone missing. What started as an innocent adventure in the Sam Houston National Forest quickly turned into every parent's nightmare. The kids had wandered off the main trail, drawn to a creek deep in the forest. As the hours passed, fear spread throughout the community. By nightfall, a massive search was launched. Helicopters, search dogs, drones, off-road vehicles. Hundreds of police officers from multiple agencies were involved. But despite their efforts, the children remained lost in the vast, dark forest. Then, at around 9 a.m., the next morning, a twist of fate changed everything. An anonymous Good Samaritan, familiar with the woods, decided to take matters into his own hands. Venturing deep into the national forest on his own, he began his search. And against all odds, he found them, just over a mile from where they had first entered the forest. Sergeant Jason Smith's Bodycam footage captured the emotional moment when the kids were brought to safety.
Come on, can y'all come to me? Come to me. Yeah, come to me. There's an opening right here. Come on, kids, come to me.
They wouldn't let me in over here last night. I just took off around the back. I've been looking all night long.
Yes, sir. I have all
Jesus
3
is good,
children.
ain't he? Ain't Jesus good?
He's good. Kids, I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on, buddy.
Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car?
We're going to get something to eat. Okay. You want to hold my hand? We'll get out of here.
Lost for over 24 hours, these children had endured a cold night, sheltering under a fallen tree, their hair tangled with leaves and branches. Yet, as the footage shows, their spirits remained surprisingly high.
Here, let's pick this. Grab hold of that. There you go.
You're really strong.
Am I really strong?
I don't think
Lose your shoe? I got you.
In the video, you can see Sergeant Smith gently guiding the children through the woods toward safety. And then, the clearing, a line of cop cars waiting, the end of their ordeal in sight.
Thank you, Bill. Y'all got it? Come on, kids. Let's come out to the road. Hello. Good. What? There you go, buddy. Look at you. You made it.
It's chilling to consider what might have happened if they hadn't been found. The elements can be unforgiving, especially for young children. But thanks to the determination of the Good Samaritan and the tireless efforts of law enforcement, they were brought back home safely to their worried parents. A heartwarming rescue, but also a reminder of how easily a simple adventure can turn into a life-threatening situation. When a Georgia State Patrol trooper attempted what should have been a routine traffic stop. The vehicle? A black Kawasaki motorcycle. The reason? A broken rear taillight and a suspended license. But the man on the bike had no intention of pulling over.
Please stay out 25, coming up the Burton Road. It's gonna be a black motorcycle. I believe it's Georgia. X-ray, he's taking off on 1080. X-ray Tom Sam 8911.
Dashcam footage shows the suspect weaving through cars at high speeds, forcing other drivers to slam on their brakes just to avoid a crash. It's clear this wasn't going to end peacefully.
Ring, he just ran in the back of a car.
Description is a four-door gray Jeep Wrangler.
What no one could have predicted, though, was how fast and how violently the chase would end. Within seconds, the motorcycle slams into another vehicle. The rider is thrown across the pavement. Sirens cut out as officers rush toward the scene. Civilians nearby can be seen stepping out of their cars, shocked by what just happened.
Go get your car. Okay. You got everything? You awake? Can you hear me?
2019.
He's still awake. He's moving. Can you hear me?
As backup arrives, the trooper who initiated the stop kneels beside the man. He tries to keep him awake, talking to him, checking his pulse, and watching his chest rise and fall. But the silence between breaths grows longer.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Parking lot with a Acura TL, Georgia, Tango Echo Paul, 0972, TEP 0972, Georgia.
You can hear the urgency rising in the trooper's voice as he continues trying to revive him. But it's too late. The man succumbs to his injuries on the side of the road. He was later identified as 48-year-old Stephen Wilson. And that's when the bigger picture began to emerge. Wilson wasn't just a man avoiding a ticket. He had multiple outstanding warrants across several counties for probation violations, contempt of court, and more. But most notably, he had escaped from prison and had been on the run from the U.S. Marshals for nearly 6 months. For most officers, it was supposed to be just another traffic stop. But in less than 5 minutes, it turned into a fatal pursuit and the final chapter in a 6-month manhunt.
Get out of the truck now! There's a body in here! Start EMS!
It started just after 2 a.m. outside a Costco distribution center in rural Maryland, the kind of place where silence hangs thick and headlights glow alone in the dark. Deputies were sent there for something routine, something simple, a welfare check on a truck driver who'd shattered his own window and was acting strangely. Nothing about the call suggested danger, not yet. But the moment officers stepped up to the cab of that semi-truck, they could feel it in their gut. That quiet shift in the air that every cop eventually learns to trust.
What's going on, big man? How you doing? We're not coming in there. You alright? I'm Corporal A-Hold. How are you today? You're having a bad day? It's all good. We all have them. So listen to me. Here's what we need to do. They got to run their business, right? We don't want to lock you up. We just want to make sure you're okay. We're not taking you to jail. None of that stuff. So do me a favor. Could you just let us know for our safety that you don't have anything in that other hand over there? Can you show me? Just so we feel safe, please. Is there somebody in there with you? Huh? You don't have any guns, right? Okay. So can you just let me see in that hand? Please? Do you have a knife? So you're clear. So let me ask you something. Are you having a medical emergency right now? You want me to call you an ambulance here? You don't? But you need to do me a favor. Will you cut your truck off for me? We're not arresting you, I promise. But can you cut your truck off? Because I don't want it to roll anywhere. I don't want it to hurt anybody. If you pass out and it rolls... Well, no one's saying you get knocked out. Calm down. Hey, come on. Please, don't do that. Let off that. Put the truck off. Put the truck in park. We got guys back there. I don't want you to run over one of our guys.
The driver, a middle-aged man slumped behind the wheel, was disoriented, sweating, and refusing every request to step out or even cut the engine. He wasn't violent at first, just evasive, lost inside whatever haze he was fighting. But beneath the rambling and the confusion, there was an unmistakable tension. Officers tried everything they could to ground him, to bring him back to reality, to end the encounter before it escalated. But instead, the situation spiraled. He refused to get out of the vehicle, tore through equipment, and kept maneuvering that massive truck in ways that put everyone nearby in danger.
It'd be nice if we could just work something out. We're just putting stuff down. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just cut the truck off. Don't do that. Well, now you got a whole bunch of flat tires. Okay, well don't do that. We don't want you to do that. You're just making this a completely dangerous situation. We're telling you to cut the truck off. Come out and talk. Yes. I want to talk about why you just drove over and flattened all the tires on your truck. Listen, they have another stop. Put that set in there. I'll put it in all on. Hey! Let me get in there.
Okay. All his tires are pretty much hit with them, so it's just a matter of time until he runs out.
There ain't nowhere for him to go. Unless he goes across the median.
You think he's on PCP?
PCP. His SIG's in there laying everywhere. That or meth. It's one of the ones. One or the other. Yep. Well, his front tires are full.
Dang, I thought he could run.
This is gonna get dangerous, dude. We're just gonna have to stop it. Terry, can I talk to you for a second? Look, there's a lot of innocent people around here. We don't want anyone to get hurt, especially not you. Just talk to me for a second, okay? We're not doing nothing. Please don't move. We're not. Please, Terry.
What do we even do with this?
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna have to make a decision and put an end to it. Hey, I can't get the door open. We can bust the window and take and do it. It's about the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I'm just worried because it's still open.
Right. Hey, do we have any more stop sticks to get the fronts? Anybody else got stop sticks?
Somebody.
You tore your whole front end up, bud. We just want you to cut the truck off. Hey, back up, dude. Calm down, Terry. Calm down. Hey, something. Is your medication? Who said that? Do you have diabetes? Who said that? I said. What are you reaching for? Okay, all right. No, I'm good. I have my own water. Well, your truck's leaking fluids everywhere. It's leaking. No, stop. Stop. Don't do that. Hey, that'll get you locked up, bud. We're not trying to do that. All you have to do is cut the truck off, bud. I will feed you. I will get you cleaned up, clothes, whatever you need.
Hey, you got a good hit front right, bud. All right.
Hey! Stop! 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 Because you're tearing up! Stop! It doesn't matter, you're tearing, look at you tearing up! We're gonna have to arrest you if you don't stop! Cut the truck off and get out of the truck! It's over!
Deputies recognized what they were dealing with. A man who was rapidly losing control, mentally and physically. And with a vehicle that size, one wrong movement could mean disaster. So they worked to contain the area, flatten the remaining tires, and prepare for the moment when he finally had nowhere left to go.
Stop! Stop!
Hey, you're gonna hurt someone, man. You're gonna hurt someone.
Stop! All over now, bud. Stop. Stop. Terry, stop. They're gonna put a smoke bomb in there. I'm telling you, they're gonna spray you, and it's gonna burn. I get out of there. Clock is over. Get out of the truck. Cut it off. I'm telling you, it's about to be a bad day. Cut it off, please. I told you bad stuff's about to happen. If you don't cut the truck off. Cut it off. Mr. Terry, please cut it off. Let's go!
Stop the truck now!
Stop the truck and cut it off! Cut it off! You're gonna get it again! Stop! Now, you got the whole pan. He's good. Go. He's good. Go ahead. Watch your crossbar! Stop the truck, Terry! Help this now! We can't help! Watch out! Watch out!
We're trying to help you. You just gotta stop. Stop.
When the truck slowed, officers moved to end the standoff, using tactics meant to stop him before he hurt anyone else. But what they found inside the cab was something no one was prepared for.
Get out of the truck! Taser! 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 Get out of the truck! Stop! Cut the truck off!
A-Hawk, get out! A-Hawk, get out!
Cut the truck! Stop the truck! Stop! Hey! There's a dead body in here! Get out of the truck! Get out of the truck now! There's a body in here! Start EMS!
body, motionless, hidden in the darkness of the sleeper cabin. A woman, unresponsive and already far beyond help. The discovery hit officers like a punch to the chest, a sickening realization that the entire encounter had been something far darker than a welfare check. The frantic tone of their voices changed instantly, not out of panic, but out of certainty. They knew exactly what they were looking at. A life that had ended violently, long before they ever arrived.
What's up there? There's a body in here! Start EMS!
We got it! Calm down! They're coming in.
You need an additional
Ma'am, are you okay? Ma'am! Ma'am, are you okay? Let's get her out.
Ma'am!
Guys.
Ma'am!
Ma'am!
She's stuck.
Get him off. Get him in a recovery.
She's priority 4. She's
P4, buddy. P4.
She's rigor mortis. She's dead.
She's dead. Who's I lose these stuff?
Let's get him away from the door so they can do it. Come on his ass. Come on his ass. One. You need to sit down on the curb.
Sit down now.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit here.
Sit down. All right. Sit down. Don't move.
You good?
Yeah.
You need a sanitizer?
Yeah, you got any?
Yeah.
I just got cuts on my hands, but I'm good.
Have a noise look at you.
Huh?
Have a noise look at you.
Please help me.
What hurts on you?
My hands. Yes, they're gonna hurt a little bit.
Once the scene was secure, the driver, 46-year-old Matthew Sidney Watley, was taken into custody while emergency responders confirmed the grim truth. The victim was also 46, a woman named Candace Thompson, Watley's domestic partner. Their relationship had a long documented history of violence, and the evidence in that cab made it painfully clear how the night had ended. Investigators recovered weapons, noted significant injuries, and pieced together the final moments of a woman who never made it out of that truck alive. Watley would later plead guilty to second-degree murder and receive the maximum sentence, 40 years behind bars. But for the deputies on scene, the story didn't end with the arrest. Because this is the part of policing the public rarely sees. The moment when a simple call flips into something life-altering. 1 second you're trying to help someone who looks lost, and the next you're standing face-to-face with the aftermath of a killing. These are the calls that stay with officers forever. The ones that replay in your mind when the uniform comes off, when the shift ends, when you try to sleep. You hold the perimeter, you finish your paperwork, and you move on to the next case. But the memory of what you saw never really leaves. What happened inside that truck was tragic, but what's even more haunting is how easily it could have been missed. How a quiet parking lot, a broken window, and a confused man behind the wheel concealed a horror no one expected. And it's a reminder that in the world of policing, the first glance rarely tells the full story. And sometimes, the truth waiting behind a closed door is darker than anyone can imagine. Now our next officer finds himself facing a different kind of terror. This video is seriously creepy. In the clip, a security guard is working the night shift inside a private building somewhere in Colombia. Everything seems quiet until something strange begins to happen. While on patrol, the guard is approached by someone, or at least that's what it looks like. At the beginning of the footage, we can clearly see the guard waving and talking, as if greeting a visitor. But the problem is, there's no one there. As the video continues, it becomes increasingly clear that he appears to be having a full conversation with someone who is completely invisible. Already unsettling, the story takes an even creepier turn when we learn what the guard says happened. According to him, the person he was speaking to was an elderly woman, someone who appeared to be lost and had asked for directions to a specific part of the building. But as we just saw, no one was visible on camera at any point. Minutes pass, and the guard continues chatting with the unseen figure. Then, everything changes. The guard is suddenly radioed by a co-worker, and what he hears next makes his blood run cold. Immediately, the guard presses the button to summon the elevator, hoping to make a quick exit. But when the doors don't open fast enough, panic takes over. He turns and bolts for the stairs instead, running out of the building without ever looking back. No one is quite sure where he went after that, but judging by his reaction, it's safe to assume he wanted to get as far away as possible. To this day, the guard's co-workers remain convinced that what he experienced was paranormal. But with the original footage now removed and little information ever provided, we may never know for sure. So the question still stands: who or what was the security guard talking to? I think we might never know. Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these creepy content, see more on the video on screen.